Hello and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys regarding the Xbox One Backwards Compatibility feature, which allows you to play Xbox 360 games on your Xbox One console. Now, I've done many videos on this on my channel, and you guys thoroughly enjoy those videos. Now today, Major Nelson, the guy from Xbox, he has released some Q&As, some questions and answers from you guys asking questions regarding the backwards compatible features, and I thought why not express this in a video for any of the questions you may have. Now, to give a bit of a rundown, give you guys a bit of a background information, if you've never heard of it before and you've been living in a cave or something, and you want to know how to play your Xbox 360 games on your Xbox One, well, so one of these features, it's available at no additional cost, right? So you don't have to pay for games you've already owned. You keep your Xbox 360 games saved, you keep their add-ons, you get the achievements, and as well as the gamer score. You also enjoy the advanced feature on your Xbox One, just like the DVR, screenshots, Windows 10 streaming, etc. You can also play multiplayer with your friends on your Xbox One, even if your friends are on the Xbox 360. And it works with disc-based games as well as digital games. So at the moment, there is a collection. There'll be a link, guys, down below, where you can check out the catalogue. The catalogue has over 104 games, and that number will be increasing in a few months' time. I think by the end of the year, there'll be like a brand new list where you can play like Black Ops 1, for example, on your Xbox One, which is very fancy because I thoroughly want to do that and bring you some gameplay, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel. But yes, so it's one of the biggest features Microsoft released. Apparently, it's one of the most successful features. A lot of people are giving their feedback back, and I've been obviously saying some improvements and stuff. And I made a video as well myself. A lot of you were asking, how do I download a game if I had it digitally, or how have I got a game if I've got a physical copy? And I showed you that with Assassin's Creed 2. So I'm going to go through the Q&A, which Major Nelson received, and hopefully it does help some of you guys out if you guys are having a few issues. So first things first, how would you actually install and play Xbox 360 backwards compatibility games on your Xbox One? So if you do have a disc and it is in the catalog, all you do is put the disc into your console, you press select, it recognizes the Xbox 360 disc, you press install, you go to games and apps, and boom, it's there. That's how easy it is. Digital titles is even simpler, right? So if you go into My Games and Apps and it's available on the catalog, it will automatically download for you, or they'll be on the right hand side where it says items to install, and you have the option to do that. You also have a few tips on your controller. So if you do press the Xbox home button, if you hold it and view at the same time, it will bring up the Xbox 360 guide. So for example, when playing an Xbox 360 game on your Xbox One, hold view and menu, the both buttons on your Xbox One, to bring up the Xbox 360 guide so you can see your friends. And it's basically, the way it works is the games go through an emulator which allow you to play Xbox 360 games on your Xbox One. So first things first, how do you do this, or what are the questions? Well, one of them is, how do you purchase Xbox 360 games if you don't own an Xbox One? Well, this is very easy. So if you go onto the Xbox.com website and you navigate to the catalog of Xbox 360 titles, you'll be able to select that option. It will download to your 360, and make sure it is part of the catalog, and it will download to your Xbox One. A few things you do need to note, though, is you need to have a valid payment option to purchase any title. If a game is free, you're still required to press purchase, and you won't be charged for anything even if you have your bank details. And that is how that type of thing works. Now, moving on to the Q&A, some of the frequently asked questions. Well, first things first, question number 1. Can you give us a hint or confirm if, in brackets, insert title here, is coming to Xbox One Backwards Compatibility? Major Nelson goes, I cannot, sorry, I'll tweet out when we have an updated list of games that are backwards compatible. So at the moment, I think they're keeping it behind the scenes when a new game will be available to play, but I will make you guys updated, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel where I can provide you that information. Another person says, hey, I'd like to, this game to be playable on the Xbox One, make that happen. And Major Nelson comes back and says, if you want an Xbox 360 game to be played on the Xbox One via the backwards compatibility, you should contact the game publisher, and that is how it really works, really. So the publisher has to say yes. It has to say, yes, we are happy, because some publishers, if you guys do know, for example, we have the likelihood of Halo. We've also had Uncharted. I know Uncharted's not an Xbox One game, but there's certain developers out there who are remastering their game, like Payday 2, for example, that became remastered, and they like to do that obviously for some more money. So whether or not they like Xbox doing this or not, it's up to them for their approval. Someone also says, you know, hey, how about a hint when the next list will be coming out? I said that earlier, but it was a different question, and the guy goes, sorry I cannot, but I will update a post or a tweet when it comes out. And like I said, guys, make sure you are subscribed to the channel so I can give you guys all the latest information regarding the Xbox One backwards compatibility feature. Now, someone says, does the backwards compatibility cost an extra? Does it cost any more money to have this feature? No, Xbox One backwards compatibility is free and allows you to play selected Xbox 360 games you already own on your Xbox One. Is Xbox Live Gold required to play backwards compatibility? No, it's not. You can have, silver and you'll be able to play your games. However, if you want to play multiplayer on a backwards compatibility game, you will need to have Xbox Live. Someone says, can I play games online with a friend if I'm on my Xbox One while playing on Xbox 360 game while they're on the 360? To give an example, if you're playing Call of Duty Black Ops 1 on your Xbox One and he's playing on his 360, yes, you can play together on the different consoles, but yet you are playing on the same game. How are titles selected? So at the moment, Major D. Nelson says that they're starting with some of the most popular and highest rated Xbox 360 titles. They're listening to fans, so make sure you are pressing on the voting page. I'll leave a link, guys, down below to the voting page where you can select your favorite Xbox 360 games. Someone says, will the DLC be available for backwards compatibility games? And yes, the DLC you own, when you install the game, you'll be able to install that particular DLC. And finally, someone says, can I plug my removable hard drive from my Xbox 360 into Xbox One? And unfortunately, the guy goes, no, the Xbox 360 hard drive is not compatible with the Xbox One. If you have an Xbox Live profile on your 360, the profile will automatically download during your console setup. So that is the frequently asked questions regarding. If you have any questions yourself personally, let me know in the comments below. I will try and answer as many questions as I can. I know quite a lot about this, guys, so make sure you do. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, subscribe to the channel. I'll give you guys updates when I can regarding brand new games coming to the Xbox One. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, then be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Comment down below and all that wonderful jazz. But yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Adios, chaps. Boom.